First of all, thank you for joining us. I'm Angela. I am the VP of Social Media Marketing here at RDW Group. We also have Sarah Johnson. She is a Social Media Associate with us as well. She'll be taking you throughout most of the Facebook presentation today. I'm just going to kind of kick it off, let you guys know the positioning of Johnson in terms of the social media policy, the process, as well as key things to know about Facebook. I've talked to Deb a little bit about how we wanted to really craft this presentation, and I know that Facebook is kind of a beast in itself, right? So it's a social network. It's one of the largest ones. There's so many key components of it. So today, really, we're just walking you all through the basics, just the overall general content that you might see, some of the best practices, and also some of the engagement best practices as well. And welcome to whoever joined.
Hi, this is Marcy.
Hi, Marcy.
I'm Marcy.
Hi.
And Sarah is actually with us now as well.
Okay, perfect. So it sounds like we've got most people in the room, so it's a good time to kick off. But as I was saying, this is going to be a very brief overview of Facebook. And so really we wanted to pick out the key points that we thought you all might find advantageous for today. By no means do we think that this is going to be as comprehensive. We would love to do follow-up Facebook trainings. Feel free to reach out to Deb, to us, and let us know what you want to know, and then we'll craft a training for you there too. Great. So with that said, is everyone on board?
We're set.
All right, perfect. Let's launch in. Just to give you an idea of the objectives today, we really want to think about the Johnson social media policy and process. Some of you may be aware that this exists. Some of you might not. Either way, we'll do a quick review of how Johnson sees social media usage from a marketing communication standpoint. And we'll talk a little bit about how you all can get involved in the social media presence that we have currently in place. So you might be aware of the Johnson at Cornell social media pages that already exist on Facebook and Twitter. We want to let you guys know how you can get involved with that and how you can also request potentially in the future when you guys are ready for your own social media presence, if applicable. And then also we'll focus on just the Facebook 101, so learning the lingo. What is a share? What is a like? What is a comment? We know that some of you might already know that, but we want to reiterate the real meanings behind it, what they mean to somebody, and the value that they can bring to our content that we're sharing. In addition to that, we'll look at the best practices, how to optimize page posts and content in order to get the most shares, most likes, most engagement. As you all may or may not be aware, Facebook is becoming more of a platform for paid social media tactics now, meaning you can't just post a post and have thousands of people see it. Facebook has increased the qualifications of how content is served up to users. So it's harder now than ever to break through that clutter. So knowing how best to optimize that content for sharing is really going to be a key component in having a successful strategy. And then finally, analytics, just understanding some measurement key pieces there. Just to let you guys know, we're going to try to go through this quickly, but we also want to be thorough. So I think C and D, if we don't get to today, is okay. What you guys will have later on is this handbook. We'll send it to Deb, and she can send it out to all of you so you have access to that. All right? Great.
Yep.
Great. So looking at the policy and process, really, we'll be brief about this. I think a lot of this is quote-unquote common sense, but just to reiterate, we have this policy and process in place just so that we can point to it and say, yes, this is here, and if we ever have issues, we have the ability to be able to decide and make decisions in terms of how we want to handle them. But as always, treating people with respect online and in social media is key. Never engaging in any form of harassment or discrimination. Obviously protecting the institution values and what Johnson really means, and protecting that brand name, as well as the look and feel of the Johnson brand too. So utilizing logos correctly, making sure that if there are graphics being created, if you need help, reach out to the marketing team, and also ensuring that we're having ethical behavior at all times. So meaning we're following rules and regulations of Cornell University, of Johnson, and also federal